Good evening and welcome to the first episode of the SGA Update. I'm Haley Potter.
And I'm Sammy Amato. SGA approved a budget of $2.5 million at Monday night's formal meeting, according to Logan Tupper, Vice President of Finance. Clubs can request as much money as they want as long as the request falls within policy under the no-cap system.
Clubs can request as much money as they need to operate. We don't do like a tier system.
Tupper also explained that club treasurers will submit their budgets on core under the Treasury tab.
For clubs to get a budget, they'll first have to fill out the budget form on core. The treasurer can do that by accessing their core webpage and going under the Treasury option. And then after that, they'll just fill in all their information. After they fill out all the information with all the money that they want, they'll come to a one-on-one session, which all the dates are on that form that they fill out. Once committee looks at it, they'll approve it. It'll get sent to their advisor approves it, and then it'll get sent to budgeting day, and then that's whenever we make the final decision to approve all the budgets.
Members of SGA's Finance Committee are available on February 19th and 26th, as well as March 5th and March 7th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Student Center to review club budgets for next year. The food pantry's location on the first floor of the McCoskey Center was approved. The Student and Academic Affairs Committee will manage the pantry. The committee received food safety training in order to safely handle and manage food donations. SGA approved $5,842 in new initiative requests between Alpha Phi Alpha, Western Equestrian Team, and Women's Club Volleyball. A request from National Honor Society for Dance Arts was tabled until next formal meeting.
And that's all for this week's SGA Update. Stay tuned for the SGA Update every other Tuesday and check out theonlinerocket.com for more about last night's meeting.
We'll see you back here on February 26th. Until then, this has been your SGA Update.
Good evening and welcome to the SGA Update. I'm Haley Potter.
And I'm Sammy Amato. Last night, Senator Maggie Calvert gave an update on the restructuring committee. The goals of the restructuring process are to increase the number of senators, create better representation of the student body and their concerns, and involve student voices in the process. Calvert and committee members will meet with 11 focus groups on campus over the next 2 weeks with details on the proposed Senate restructure.
I'm trying to have the focus groups data collected in the next week or maybe 2 weeks, and then have an open session hopefully before spring break, or if not, right when we come back.
Any comments or concerns on the proposed Senate structure, contact Calvert at mcc1014@sru.edu. Calvert motioned to consider amending the SGA Constitution last night, but the motion was ultimately tabled until a future formal meeting. SGA appointed 4 new senators last night. Brianna Latsko was sworn in as the Building E Senator, and Samantha Burkhouse, Joshua Hilzendegger, and Nicholas Condon as commuter senators. Latsko and Condon specifically will add the perspectives of athletes and transfer students to the Senate. This leaves 4 open positions for 1 commuter, 1 graduate, and 2 building senators. According to Klein, the 4 remaining Senate positions will not be filled. SGA also approved over $27,000 in finance motions last night. The motions will support 10 student organizations for conference travel, cultural trips, speaker fees, competition fees, and mileage reimbursement. The Senate also approved to transfer $50,000 to budgetary reserves to fund more requests from clubs and organizations for the rest of the semester. Lauren Moran, Director of Student Engagement and Leadership, announced 8 SGA members who will attend the COSCA Conference in Houston on March 29th through the 31st. Vice President of Finance Logan Tupper and Speaker of Senate Taylor Cochran will join Senators Maggie Calvert, Cale Walker, Caitlin Hazlitt, Joey Shisudo, Samantha Kochis, and Madison Cox at the conference.
And that's all for this meeting's recap. Go to theonlinerocket.com for the full story. And stay tuned to WSRU-TV News.
The SGA Update is live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. after an SGA formal meeting, and Around the Rock Sports streams live every other Friday at 2 p.m.
Have a great and safe spring break, and we'll see you back here on March 19th. Until then, this has been your SGA Update. Good evening and welcome to the SGA Update. I'm Haley Potter.
And I'm Sammy Amato. SGA approved a capital request for charging stations on campus. SGA will spend $43,560.10 to purchase 2 types of stations, lockers, and tables in Bailey Library and the Smith Student Center. According to Logan Tupper, Vice President of Finance, 89% of students said they would be using charging stations on campus in last semester's Student Life Survey.
That's something that I came into my term already kind of wanting to do, so just having the students' validation that they do want that kind of gave us a jump start as to getting this on campus.
Charging stations will be installed before finals week to meet students' studying needs. You will find them on the first and second floors of the Student Center and on all 3 floors of the library. We're going to a commercial break, but after that, we'll be talking with Maggie Calvert about the future of SGA Senate. Thanks, Haley, and that's all for this SGA update. Go to theonlinerocket.com for the full story on last night's meeting, and tune in every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. for more from the SGA update, and every other Friday at 2 p.m. for Around the Rock Sports. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks for our election special. Until then, this has been your SGA update.
Good evening and welcome to the SGA Update, the election special. I'm Haley Potter.
And I'm Sammy Amato. Tonight, we'll be hearing from E-Board candidate Caitlin Hazlitt and from members of the Rocket for a roundtable discussion on today's town hall. But first, here are some highlights from last night's SGA meeting. And speaking of elections, Donovan Ford withdrew from the race for Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion last night. At this time, no other students are running for that position. In the Senate, there are 11 people running for a position. These include 6 commuter and 5 building positions. 19 positions are still open. SGA also approved the budget for next year. After the Finance Committee spent 9 hours working on each club's budgets on budgeting day, it recommended that just under $2.5 million would be allocated to 135 clubs and organizations. The budget is pending University President William Barry's approval. In other business, SGA approved a total of $7,724.22 for Phi Sigma Sigma, Recreational Therapy Club, Rock Powerlifting Club, Debate Society, Kappa Alpha Psi, and Actuary Science Club.
Welcome back to the SGA Update. Now that you know each of the candidates, it's time for you to submit your vote. Voting opens tomorrow at 8 a.m. and runs until next Wednesday at noon. Go to the election booth on Core to fill out your ballot.
And stay tuned to The Rocket and WSRU-TV for more SGA election coverage. Also, tune in next Friday at 2 p.m. for the next episode of Around the Rock Sports.
Until next time, this has been your SGA Update.
My name is Nicole Dunlop. I am a Homeland Security major and I am a sophomore, and I will be running for president. I first joined SGA because I wanted to get involved in the community, and when I went to freshman orientation, Logan Steigerwalt was presenting, and I thought about it, and all summer before coming to school I knew I wanted to join, and it was the first thing I did. My main goal is to create sort of a two-way street conversation between SGA and the students. I really want to hear their concerns and any ideas. So we have 30 senators, and I just hope to encourage them to ask people that they're sitting next to in class, hey, what issues do you have on campus? Do you have any ideas? And then we have a open forum during our formal meetings, and I hope to encourage students to come to those meetings and just throw out ideas, and then we can take those ideas and advocate for them. I think a good example is Cale Walker at a couple formal meetings ago said that he had a friend or someone that he knows that says that we should get microwaves in the library. And it's not a huge idea, but it's little things like that that will make this campus better.
Hello everyone, the SGA election polls opened this morning at 8 a.m. and as you heard us say last night on our SGA election special and also at our town hall yesterday, you got to meet some of the candidates and we told you that you need to get out and vote. Now here's how exactly you can get out and vote on Core. So your first step is going to be to go to Slippery Rock University Core/OrgSync online. And once you're in there, you're going to log in with all of your regular Slippery Rock University credentials that you would log on to with any Slippery Rock University site. And it will bring you to the homepage, which conveniently right there says vote now for your SGA 2019-2020 elections. Go ahead and click that, and you'll get to read kind of how the process works. So the voting is open until April 10th at 12 o'clock p.m. So at noon on April 10th is the last chance you have to cast your votes. And when you get onto the Core site, go ahead and click vote now, begin form. And you'll have to fill out your academic standing, and it'll bring up all of there's different questions on the ballot that you'll have to fill out as you're going through, but that's kind of the steps of the process once you get to Core on how to vote for your 2019-2020 SRSGA committee. So I'm Haley Potter reporting for WSRU-TV News.